Hi, everyone. This is Fred on Spirit Reflections, and this is part of our 81 episode exploration of the book Tao of Leadership by John Heider, a modern adaptation of the ancient Chinese text Tao Te Ching, written by Lao Tzu over 500 years BC. This is chapter 63, which we'll read and follow by a short meditation. And let me know what you think about these ideas in the comments below. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to Spirit Reflections. So, Chapter 63 is entitled Encounters. The wise leader knows how to act effectively. To act effectively, be aware and unbiased. If you are aware, you will know what is happening. You'll not act rashly. If you are unbiased, you can react in a balanced and centered manner. Have respect for every person and every issue directed at you. Do not dismiss any encounter as insignificant. But neither should you become anxious or afraid of being overwhelmed or embarrassed. If you are attacked or criticized, react in a way that will shed light on the event. This is a matter of being centered and of knowing that an encounter is a dance and not a threat to your ego or existence. Tell the truth. If you are conscious of what is happening in a group, you will recognize emerging situations long before they have gotten out of hand. Every situation, no matter how vast or complex it may become, begins both small and simple. Neither avoid nor seek encounters, but be open, and when an encounter arises, respond to it while it is still manageable. There is no virtue in delaying until heroic action is needed to set things right. In this way, potentially difficult situations become simple. If you have not bragged about your abilities or tried to make people be the way you think they ought to be, very few group members will want to encounter you anyway. It's what Mark Twain says is not what we don't know that gets us into trouble, is what we know that we are so sure of that ain't so. So it's our certainties and convictions that are deeply held beliefs, and we have a relationship to them that they are the absolute truth, unchangeable, immutable. And when we adopt those attitudes and we attach ourselves to those ideas, it's very easy for us to lose sight of the unfolding process around us and the changing circumstances of where we go. And it leads to these encounters. It leads to these combats and these battles of ideas because people are too rigid and set in their ways, stubbornly wanting to impose on other people and the environment their way of thinking and their ideas of what things should be like. In fact, even the use of the word should brings an energy of contraction, of tightness. I become suddenly more rigid and more constrained in my way of thinking. It reduces our freedom. And so it increases the chance of encounter. And as the chapter also reminds us, to not shy away, not go the opposite extreme and simply be a silent monk that never reacts to anything and anyone, but simply address whatever encounter comes to us with an open mind and a calm heart, knowing that it is a dance. When we are able to shift the understanding and the focus of whatever's happening into a dance, all of a sudden we bring a joyful lightness to it, that lightheartedness that Christ pinpointed to the children when he was giving one of his many wise lessons to the disciples and asking them to observe the natural, joyful behavior of children that are lighthearted. And so when we bring that to our everyday life, we are able to reduce the certainties and the convictions that in our mind we project onto the world as if the world has to adjust to what our belief system is. And instead, we reduce those uncertainties and adopt that mentality of the philosopher that says, the more I know, the more I realize that I know nothing. With that, we become more nimble, softer within, and more able to deal with whatever encounter comes our way. And as the book says here, we'll realize that we're going to get less encounters, less people wanting to combat us, because we are going to be much emptier of preconceived ideas, assumptions, and expectations about the world and about other people. So with that, let us do a short meditation. And if you'd like to close your eyes, feel free. Let's do a quick visualization today of meeting our parents, our biological father and our biological mother. Regardless of whether we had a good relationship with them, regardless of whether we met them or not, if we are adopted, still use our imagination. And let's visualize them standing in front of us. They're holding hands. They're projecting a calm, safe, assured smile. This is our imagination. We have the power to create the image of our parents at this moment, however we want to, regardless of the history, regardless of the traumas, regardless of the past. This will be a peacemaking encounter in our hearts with our parents. So let us see ourselves smaller in stature, like a child. Let us feel behind us. We can't see, but we can feel that behind us. We have angels, we have guides, we have friends that are smiling and that are gently stimulating us, gently motivating us to take a step closer to the image of our father and our mother in front of us. Let us visualize them holding hands, beautifully dressed, with a radiant smile in their eyes as they look at us with joy, with pride, with that infinite love. And we approach them until we feel that we are at a safe distance, whatever that distance may be for you. We stand there and let us just look into their eyes and contemplate their faces looking at us. And in this healing encounter, we say to them, I see you, Mom. I see you, Dad. And I know that you see me. And I acknowledge you for giving me life, for endowing me with this physical body. At one moment in the life that you had, at one point, you two came together in the moment of love. And the result of that love is my life. And so I respect you for that, for giving me life. I honor you in my hearts for giving me life. And I see you as my mom and my dad. And I draw, as I breathe in deep now, I draw all the strength, all the wisdom, and all the life force that I've inherited from you, and I bring it into my heart. and see your mom and dad in front of you smiling and giving from their hearts with the best of their abilities. And us, as children, small and in front of them, open and receptive to receive this life force, this love. And we go on, nurtured, revitalized, carrying in our hearts this image of our mom and our dad. And so with that,